If you say to Gaz as a player, you put Gaz in that Arsenal team and says, "Oh, we had a good season," he'll be fuming.
Yeah.
So for him to say that,
Yeah.
it's just that must be for TV. It can't be any other way because he would be furious. He doesn't lose. He'd be upset. He won't even turn up. He will just go missing for a while. He won't talk to anybody. He'd turn his phone off. So for him to be saying that on national TV is just a fib, in my opinion. It's just crazy. You can't work for the last 10 months, training every day, and literally seeing the finishing lines coming up where you are ahead of for so long, doing what you're doing, and then decide to say, I'm going to finish second. Nah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's not
Absolutely.
really. So
I agree.
I mean, it's just ridiculous, that statement. But, as I said, if you know Gaz as well as I know him, he's just kind of laughed that off in many respects. And so, yeah, Keno is 100% right. You can't now think of finishing second. It's just incredible sort of a statement that is. It's
You're so right.
It's what it's about.
And do you think that having led for so long unexpectedly has ultimately taken its toll on Arsenal? Because, the choke tag gets thrown around a lot and nothing's happened yet. There's still plenty of games to go.
Yeah.
There's a feeling of a loss of momentum now, inescapably, from Arsenal, and there's a feeling of juggernaut momentum from Manchester City. That's the kind of, if I'm thinking about it, even though Arsenal is still in the box seat,
That's the narrative.
the narrative now, but it's almost impossible to get away from that now. There's a really strong feeling now that City will reel them in. It's like a horse closing in on the other one down the home straight.
I'm a manager now, so I look at the manager because I think the manager is a heartbeat to the team. This is where you probably, as a manager, you got to lead by example. I watched his interview, and he said something in an interview along the lines that we need to be ruthless. No, that's a bit late for ruthlessness, isn't it? This is where you have to be ruthless anyway. So for him to brought that out, I watch his body language. He's normally upbeat in recent time, but in the last couple of defeats, I can see why he's kind of deflated in some way, and quite understandable because of the situation they've been in those winning position and then throw it away in many respects. But teams are fighting for their life. When you're playing for the championship, teams like West Ham and them, they're not going anywhere. You got to have to match them for energy, match them for enthusiasm. You know you got the quality in the team. And if you ever think one moment, which is something I learned at United, that any games is easy. These games are becoming even more tougher by the minute and by the day. And so they need to get their head around it very, very quickly. They got no more room for errors. All the mistakes is made, but they're doing it the hard way now. What makes it even more exciting? They're gonna have to beat City, right?
That's it.
And they do that, then people are going, well, wow, that's even more amazing than it's already, setting out to be in the Premier League.
Dubai Eye 103.8.
Join the conversation.